Hello, everybody. My name is Zach, and today, excuse me, I was in a Jesse Cotton video. So, if you guys don't know who Jesse Cotton is, he is an all-time Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship. He is one of the best. Same with Joshua Smith and a few others. I believe he's won 40-ish tournaments before, like YCSs. I don't exactly know how much, but he won a lot, and he's Canadian. But this is a series he made called Deckless Nightmares. So what you do is you submit your deck list, and he will give you feedback about it. Rather, it's random shit. So it could be like um, Zodiac, Zoo Ship, Mutants, anything weird like that. So what I did was that I submitted my Dark Lord Zerato Turbo deck, which, yeah, thinking about it, I should have done better with it before, but we'll see. And also, here's something really funny. Well, not funny, but actually pretty awesome. This was posted on my birthday. Yeah, I'm 21 now. Feels weird, but yes. So if this video in particular, I'll leave a link to his channels and this video in the description below. But if you were to go to the 9:58 second mark, then he mentions me, let's get into it.
Is good. If you're trying to play this as a combo deck that's fast, it's just not. You can't turn this deck into something it's not. That's all I really have for it. Let's move on to the next deck.
Here I come.
Unbelted Moth submitted Dark Lord Zerato Turbo.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, here, let's rewind for a sec.
It's just not. You can't turn this deck into something it's not. That's all I really have for it. Let's move on to the next deck. Unbelted Moth submitted.
Okay, so my Twitch name was Unbelted Moth because I was just too lazy to change it. So, yeah. After submitting it, I was like, fuck, I should have changed it. It's too late now, but one day I'll resubmit a deck list and we'll see.
Dark Lord Zerato Turbo. Huh? Okay, Dark Lord Zerato, I'll show you guys it on screen right now. For those who don't know, it's a random monster that was like fringe playable that came out in Phantom Darkness. This card.
Yeah, I'll admit, it wasn't that good, but I just wanted to build it solely because it was my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh card that I saw and got me into the game. Which again, I did write a note and he'll read it, and it explains why, but yeah.
Came out of Phantom Darkness. These are worth a bit of money. As a kid, I thought...
Sorry, I accidentally canceled the video, so now I have to do 2 videos and edit them. Oh boy. Anyways, sorry.
These are worth a bit of money.
Yes, they are. My first edition one costed like 10, 14 bucks. Now, granted, it wasn't near mint or anything, but it was still the secret rare first ed from Phantom Darkness, so I am proud of that.
Cool. So, I played this in my deck and I pulled one. It wasn't that good, though. You have 4 products in your grave with different names. You can shoot summon this card with shooting a dark. You can send 1 dark in your hand to the grave, all monsters it controls, and then it kills itself in the end phase. If you use this effect. This card is way worse than Dark Arm Dragon.
Honestly, it is. I'm sorry, as much as I do like this card, will love it actually, it is way worse than Dark Arm Dragon. So
why is he building a deck around this? I built a Dark Lord Zerato Turbo deck in 2009, 2008. It was bad, but I built it. I also made my dueling book name. My dueling book name used to be Zerato Man. For those of you who don't know, when I was like 11, I named it Zerato Man because I didn't want to use my real name. And I had a picture of Dark Lord Zerato as the profile picture. Let's see what they have to say about it. Hello, Jesse Cotton. Hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if this will be in your next Deckless Nightmares video. If it does, this is called Dark Lord Zerato Turbo. The reason why I made a whole deck for Zerato is because this is my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh, okay. So, I mean, we both love Dark Lord Zerato, but I can't imagine this deck will be good. Back in elementary, I had a friend who played...
Spoilers, it's not. Also, he did mention elementary. I fucked up. It's supposed to be middle school, but let's continue.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I saw his binder and didn't see anything crazy. But once I saw Zerato, I was like, whoa, that card looks awesome. Later that summer, you decided you wanted to get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of that card. You know this list isn't great, but you wanted to see what I could do with my favorite card. So you're okay with Backlash for the deck. Thanks for your time, taking time to read this. How bad do you think this is going to be?
Yeah, it's bad. So yeah, there's the truth, everyone. The reason why I made a deck around this guy was because he was my first card, and there's more to the story I didn't mention. So another reason why I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Was because I had a friend. We're going to call him B, okay? So I had, this is the guy that had the binder, right? So B kept calling this guy named Jay, which I'm just going to call Jay. J Bob, right? As a joke, nothing bad or anything, just like for jokes. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll use your cards against you, if I win, you can't call him JB, JB anymore. But if I win, if I win, he can't call it. But then if he won, he can still call him it. And we played 3 games. I lost. He used that card I liked against me. I don't exactly remember. I think it was like a Performer Pal deck that he let me use. I don't really remember. It was bad, I'm pretty sure. B, if you're watching this, it's been a while, but hello. Hope you're doing well. But that's also the reason why. Now, unfortunately, the J that I mentioned, he's no longer with us around, like, in the world. But that's something for a different day. It's a touchy subject, which I won't get into. This J guy is also the guy that made my YouTube logo. Not the banner, that was Blake. Shoutouts to her. But the actual, like, picture, like, the green I added later. But, yeah. Let's continue.
Feel bad now because it was a wholesome message, but this is going to be a stinker deck.
Yeah, wholesome. And also, here's another thing about his deck list nightmares. Everyone just goes like line, no spaces or anything, so it cuts off. I knew that, so I was like, okay, I'll talk about one thing in one line, cut the net underneath, and etc. But yes, this deck list is not good. I made it for a somewhat old Yu-Gi-Oh style with a bit of the new cards, but again, I'll show you when we get there.
Oh man.
There it is.
This looks bad.
Yep.
Guys, I'm at a loss for words. Throw the tomatoes. I'm sorry, my man. I understand you came in here looking for help. You could have at least tried building a deck. There's no links in here. No synchros, no links, no exceeds. You're also...
Okay, so I didn't mean to pause on my phone. I meant to pause on here, sorry. So, yeah, I kind of went with an old school style. I saw a deck list from, like, a YGO Pro deck list. I copied it mostly, not mostly, but, like, I took some of their ideas. I'll leave it in the link as well, but I did make some changes to it, like adding triple Zerato and some of the other dangers, but yeah, I could have done better, and I'm going to, and some of his suggestions are going to be why.
Playing polymerization, but you're not even playing the Dark Lord fusion. You know you can just play Dark Hole, right? Only one tomato, eh? No super poly? I don't even know if I want super poly. I don't know how to even analyze this deck. This isn't a real deck. This is legitimately something you find in School Ground Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is why, like, I don't know if I should be so mean. This is... There's no real extra deck. The staples...
Hey, I told him he could be as mean as he wants. I'm fine with it, you know? And he does... Like, not as mean as I was expecting. He was very generous about it. But, yeah, again, just this list here was not that good. And I'm currently making a new one based on suggestions he made, which I'll submit again, and if you guys want to see it again in the future, I'll be like, hey, he did it again, and this time I made it better. So
here are nonsensical. It's built like you're an anime player. This looks like somebody who goes in DB and says, let's role play anime decks. Because there's one Dark Hole, one Change of Heart, one MST, one Upstart, one. There's a fucking trap hole in the deck. Like actual vanilla trap.
That I meant to take out. I forgot to put in a third banishment instead of trap hole. I did forget that when I was submitting it, so oops. Anyways.
Hole. 2 banishment. Yeah. Because you want to draw it sometimes, but not the other times, right? Ironically, they got the gist on 3-ups for most of the other cards, just not for this one. Okay, well listen, so this deck, how do you fix this deck? If your goal is to summon Dark Lord Zerato and just Dark Lord Zerato, playing a danger deck is honestly not that bad of an idea. It gives you trigger fodder, it gives you names engraved, it gives you draw power.
Dangers are really, really good. Like, I'm trying to build a pure danger deck where I just summon them out, get out rank 8s, links, everything. Just because they're that good. Like, even if they don't see that much play today, they're still really, really good.
Not that bad. You are, however, missing all of the other dangers. As well as, I mean, you just say in your notes, you should have just deleted your extra deck and put in link monsters. And then you can delete some of the garbage spells in your deck. Like, you don't need fucking polymerization. Card is unplayably awful. Blazeman as well. If you're looking for a template for a danger deck, then I have many videos on my channel. I'll recommend Almost the Tormentor deck I posted on my channel.
Okay, so yeah, a few days prior to this one, or maybe it was like, I don't know, sometime in the new year, he made an Obelisk deck, which played the Dangers, Obelisk, and T-Element stuff, and I'm taking inspirations from those currently, as well as a few other tech choices. I'm thinking of playing the Morning Star, as well as the Dark Lord Fusion. just because it is a good card. And I'm still going to play the Zerato, don't worry. But yes, I did take some suggestions from him. Not all of them, and I'll get into that when he mentions it.
Channel. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but in January.
I watched it on my birthday and now. Anyways.
2025. I posted almost Commander deck. Take that as a template for how to build a danger deck and adjust the god cards for Dark Lord Zeratos and Dark Lord support. It'll give you a way of cycling your deck for new stuff. Now I'm gonna send this to TCG because it's on Dueling Book. In which case, obviously, you cannot use Charming Kalos, nor you can use Curious. However, the rest of the dangers still work. It still makes Saryuja. You can still cycle through your deck a lot better. You can play the third Dark Lord search spell there as well, and your deck will be a lot better. You'll have actual link monsters. That being said, if you're trying to keep this as school ground Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know how to fix a deck that's not meant for competitive play, because I don't know the arbitrary rules from which you and friends use. I can tell you with certainty that as far as My Body's a Shield goes, or even Dark Hole, Trap Hole, these are low-quality staples by modern standards. They've been outclassed tenfold.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that, in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's a lot of bad examples of, like, power creep that, like, hey, there's construction going on. Apologies for that. Anyways, you get the, like, you save up money. Let's just take this, right? You save enough money for, like, Raigeki, for example, right? You save up for Raigeki. It's super expensive back in the day. You're finally able to purchase it, but then a new busted card that's even better than it comes out, which is even more expensive. So that's unfortunately how power creep works, is that a new card that's basically the same like the original version, but better. An example is like Lava Golem, right? Lava Golem was power crept by Sphere Mode, Wing Dragon Raw Sphere Mode, and then that was power creeped by the Kaijus. And yes, you can still play the Spear Mode and all that, this still works. A lot of people are still just going to prefer to play the Kaijus because there's no restrictions on them, besides the fact that you can only control one of them. Lava Golem Spear Mode, you can only special summon them, and that's it for the rest of the turn. Something like that. Their drawback is not that good, but yeah.
And if you just look at some of the videos on the channel, you'll see other good staples exist. The Trap Hole, for example, if you want to call this stop summon, Solemn Judgment is that with way more flexibility. And that's an old school card as well, but many newer ones also exist that sort of make this stuff invalidated. I mean, Trap Hole wasn't even good back then. Trap Hole wasn't good in Goat format, and that was 20.
Okay, well, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt or sound rude. He is kind of right. However, back in Zodiac format, people did play double Dark Hole and one Raigeki. So, yeah. Granted, you'd still prefer Raigeki, but Dark Hole did come up a few times.
20 years ago at this point, guys. 20 years. I'm not going to spend more time thinking about this. If you want to play a Dark Lord Zerato deck, you have a couple different approaches. So, Danger deck, or you play a deck that plays a lot of spam for fairies. So, yeah, I mean, you can still keep that kind of old school. Some example of stuff that works with fairies. Oops, this is not it. Let me get the Dueling Book open real quick. So if we're looking for cards that support fairies, so is it Fairy Transformation? No. Okay, Celestial Transformation summons fairies from the hand, halves attack which is destroyed in the end phase, and you talk with.
I thought about this one too afterwards, but the problem is it does half, and it does destroy it either way, which I don't really like the whole half thing. And now with rank 8s, yeah, that could work, which I am experimenting with rank 8 as well. But it's a surprise. The only card you need to know that I'm playing in the new one is Zerato, so far.
Zerato out. Other cards that summon from the hand are Valhalla. So you can make an Archlord deck or a Dark Lord deck. I think I might ironically have one from this deck from when I built it years ago. It might have been an old Duel Network Dark Lord deck. There's no way I still have it. It's definitely been deleted. But Valhalla specials the fairies from the hand if you have no monsters. And then you can also search Valhalla with Hecatrice. Hecatrice adds Valhalla. And then we can also play Christia and other Archlord cards. There's Archlords, yes. There's Archlords and there's Dark Lords. Because there's also Archlord Zerato, right? This card is really bad, but even more so than Dark Lord Zerato. But that's my direction for the deck, and you can decide to be how casual you want it to be. But yeah, hopefully that sets you up.
So, Christia, I thought of, but I don't exactly remember if the effect was fairy monsters in the grave or lights. Lights could be an option. Fairies, maybe actually. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. What am I talking about? The one that searches the Valhalla, if it's from discarding, yeah, for sure. But if it's not, then no. But the Valhalla spell that special summons it, yeah, I'll do that. That's no problem. Possibly. Again, with dangers, who knows?
So to use this Dark Lord Zerato deck a little bit better because it is obviously lacking. I believe you'll find your way from.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so that's the list. He talks about some other decks after, and then near the end, he mentions which one's the winner. Unfortunately, I'm not, which is fine. I am going to take his suggestions, and I am going to work on a new deck. If you guys want to see that new improved deck, let me know, and I'll have it ready. But thank you everyone for watching. Again, I'll leave his link in his channel in the description below. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.